welcome to the G Code, man. I am DC2 Smooth, the official DJ, and we are live in Atlanta, Georgia. We just getting started, man. Tune in.
Whipping it, I had a leg in it, sigging it.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We are live right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am Chizzzy, your co-host, and you know you're rocking with the
G Code.
And today, as you can see, I brought some of my fellas with me today.
Alex, attorney in Atlanta.
Julius Williams, ex-NFL player, philanthropist.
It's your boy, the lawyer, the gentleman, Brian Wilson.
Glenn Phillips, college football coach, youth advocate.
Okay. As you see, we got some really stand-up guys on the show today. But today, our topic, fellas, is going to be about music and hip-hop. But before we get into that, though, Glenn, I know you got something crazy that happened about last night.
All right, my about last night, not quite last night, actually yesterday. You all know I am a cheer dad.
Cheer dad.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
You got like
It's a
two
new thing.
cheers?
Nah, all right, so
cheer daddy.
you know how you have like,
explain that.
you have your soccer moms,
Right.
okay, you have your football moms, and of course, something that you don't hear about too much is you know, the daddy aspect of the sports thing is cheer dad. So, you know, I mean, I got it going on. I got my little cheer dad shirt or whatever. I'm out there. I'm not telling them, I'm out there with the cheer stick. So, you know, when they're cheering, I'm out there with them. Cheer stick, yeah.
Boy,
I got the cheer stick. No, I don't dress like that. But I'm saying, I got my cheer stick, I got my daughter's name and everything on. I'm out there, I'm waving it. There's actually a few of us out there.
Okay.
A few good men out there with our cheer sticks and supporting our daughters. You know, one thing we gotta let them know is that we have their back and that we're here to support them. Because once when they see us actually pushing and supporting what they have going on, it encourages them to reach higher, you know, as far as what they're trying to do in their life. So, you know, I'm out there. I let my baby girl know. I say, hey, your halftime show was the #1 halftime show in the world. I'm out there, I'm screaming. Some of the dads I know, they kind of feel a little uncomfortable from time to time because they're out there like, dang, he over there. You know, they don't want to kind of get out there sauce and get uncool or whatnot, not on the side, on the fence. Just how you see the moms on the fence cheering, I'm out there with my little cheer stick. I'm saying the cheers, blue, hell. I'm telling you, I'm getting in the mood and everything. So that's pretty much my Saturday. That's pretty much what we had going on this weekend.
Okay. Well, as you can see, we have a cheer dad on the cast. I don't know how that happened. But we have a lot of stuff going on today, man. We also have a special guest talking about a lot of music. We're going to talk about what is hip-hop. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break. DJ, DC2 Smooth. DJ, DC2 Smooth. Appreciate that, DC, just coming back from the break, man. So like I said, I am Chizzzy, your co-host. Like I said, I brought my fellas with me. I got Ryan, I got Julius, I got Glenn, and also we got a special guest by the name of Confident. I don't know how confident he is, but I'm gonna let him tell you.
What's up? I go by the name of Confident. I'm an artist from Toronto, Canada, and I'm in Atlanta now. I just put out my debut project a couple of days ago. It's called The Come Up Story, and yeah, working.
Okay. How long you been out here?
A year, real quick. A year?
Yeah. Okay. So our topic today, fellas, is hip-hop. Now, when you think of hip-hop, you think of music, you can think of all types of things, and you may get all types of answers. So, of course, now I'm going to ask you guys, what is hip-hop?
I mean, hip-hop is the essence of black culture to me. It's kind of how we have our rhythm, how we have our soul, how we kind of connect with our brothers. Even when we're in the club sometimes, when we're just jumping around, you know, it's a connection piece. It's more than just a music. You know, it's you can date it all the way back, and it still echoes the same sentiments today. So music is just more. Hip hop is more than just those little words. It's our culture.
You think it's changing for the better, or no?
I think it evolves, just like everything else. I think hip hop music evolves, but I think it always allows us. It's a reflection of what's going on today. It speaks to the spirit, speaks to the soul, and gives us what we need to continue to push forward. So
I think hip hop is a way. If you got a young man who's living in LA, there's no way for you to know what's going on out there except when he goes to his music and he communicates as far as the experience walking to the convenience store, what he encounters, who he sees. You see what I'm saying? When he goes to the mall, what's there to buy, and so forth. And you got a young man in New York. That's his way of communicating to what's going on in his neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I think hip hop is. It's a way of communicating to others as far as what you're encountering, where you are.
Me, myself, I feel that, like you said, it's a culture. When I think of hip hop, I think about, growing up, having parties with your family, watching your big cousin battle your other cousin, ticking,
Rap battles.
dance battles, just, basically having a good time with your family. I feel like over time, one thing that I don't like about it is I feel like in 2019, our youth uses it more. Oh, yeah, 18. I'm in 2019.
Come back.
But no, seriously, I don't know why I say that. But in 2018, I feel like it's used more of a manual more than an expression. I'll give you an example. It's a really popular rapper in Atlanta right now, Rollo. Right? His thing that he's known for is dog food. Right? Dog food.
We won't speak on what that is.
Exactly. We won't speak on what it is. But dog food is definitely what a lot of these kids hear dog food and they have no idea what he's talking about. So I have a mentoring program that I do weekly. So I hear the kids in my class talking about I got that dog food. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need a reality show. But so the kids in my class, he tell the other kid, I got some dog food. So I confront them every time. I don't
You take you gotta
handle
that.
Sometimes you turn the ear, but sometimes I go to them like, what is dog food? Yeah. And I make them explain to the class, and it's crazy because it's just so great and they don't understand. Yeah. But that's where it takes people to help these kids understand.
Exactly.
Okay, this is rap music. This guy actually he lives in Beverly Hills.
Exactly.
He lives in Buckhead.
Trust me, they're not doing
He's not dealing with the dog food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I personally think it starts with the radio stations. They're the ones that's allowing these artists to come in and just say or do anything they want to. You know what I'm saying? Without no repercussion. Because I know for a fact for me, if as a DJ, if I'm doing a monthly rotation for an artist, and I charge this amount of money, before I even take the money, I gotta listen to your song. Because if it's not right, you know what I'm saying? If it's not right for my crowd, then I'm like, nah, I can't even do it. This isn't a club hit. You know what I'm saying? And I think radio stations just go off of whatever is hot at the moment, not really thinking about what it's actually saying to these people or to the kids that's actually listening to it. There's still kids that listen to the radio and things like that.
And that's important. But it's like, if you're doing that when you're listening to the music, or you're listening to it for substance, or you saying, look, this is a club banger, I know as soon as they jump in the club, they're gonna be hype off of this.
You're right. And there's a difference between a club hit and a radio hit. Yeah, definitely. That's what people don't really realize if you're not completely in the game. There's a huge difference between a club hit and a radio hit. I know there's a lot of radio hits that go into the club because they're just so hot, whatever the case may be. For example, Rihanna and Drake. Anything Drake's gonna put out, they're just gonna eat it all up, period. But just certain songs, especially when it comes to Atlanta, there's a lot of club hits. When Thug first came out, he had like 8 singles in the club, and they were hits. But when it came to the radio, they only played like 2. Right. So it's a difference. It's a difference from saying it's a club hit and a radio hit. It could be both, or it just could be one. So it just depends. But it starts with the radio stations.
But I feel like music is not consumed through radio stations no more because of the internet. So
that's true.
That is true. All the kids are not going to the radio to listen to music.
You're right.
To the internet. So that's why they're soaking up. Like dog food doesn't really play on radios, but on the internet, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Right.
So it's like when Jay-Z dropped his most recent album, and everybody said it's a different Jay-Z. It's a grown Jay-Z. Yeah. Now I'm sitting there listening to it and I'm loving it.
Exactly.
Because he's speaking to, the stuff that I'm going through. But I heard a lot of people say, I don't like this new Jay-Z. Yeah. But I'm like, there's so much substance. I'm listening to it and I'm getting, vitamins that I can actually use to be successful.
Right.
So I'm just like, you know, at what point do you switch and say, okay, hip hop, the definition of what should be hip hop needs to be an educational form rather than just a hype me up.
So I'm glad you said that. That leads me to my next question to you guys. This is gonna be a tough one, fellas. I need each one of you top 3 MCs of all time. Don't think on it too long.
Tupac, T.I., Jeezy.
I could do Jeezy. I could do Jeezy.
T.I. can do T.I.
T.I. too, I can bang it, man.
Yeah.
T.I. got me.
Those are my 3.
I can do them. For me, I'm gonna take out the common ones. I'm gonna take out the Tupacs. I'm gonna take out the Biggies. I'll take out the Jay-Z's. If I had to say of today, me, I listen to a lot of Drake. A lot of Drake.
This game color.
Could be. Could be light skin.
You know I'm a cowboy.
Light skin. Could be. You know I'm a cowboy. But Jay-Z, I was a big. I agree with you on Wayne. I just think Wayne got left behind in that culture. Like I said, we had that discussion earlier. I think just Wayne didn't keep up.
Yeah.
He didn't keep up with the culture. He didn't keep up with the lanes.
Yeah.
And
He let his personal struggles reflect in his music too. I think that was his big, his addictions was his huge impediment.
And like you said earlier, man, once you hit, I think you said once you
30.
hit,
Once you hit 30, you gotta turn into a grown man now. You can't be.
Yeah. So I got Drake, Wayne.
This is gonna be interesting.
This last one. I wouldn't want to say a new rapper, but I throw a new rapper out. I like Lil Baby. I actually like Lil Baby. I would have said the Migos, but we all try to talk about them.
So Lil Baby is your top 3 rappers
Right now.
all time?
Right now?
All time.
Well, today, not all time. Up
He
today.
brought it back mine.
I brought my
Yeah.
up today.
Oh,
Not
he
of
put
all
himself
time.
in
So
some
you only had 2 top, and then you brought these 4.
Yeah, and I swung it back into the Mine was a little hot.
I got you.
Worry about how I do my list. You do
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
I mean, so real quick. So here's my question, because me and Chizzzy and even Confident, we're younger. So how about this? Who is y'all's top 3 of today? If you guys are listening to music
Today?
I'm
I got my 3.
I gotta have some, and I'll tell you why. Because I gotta have substance in my music, and so now I'm just exactly.
But I
I'm
feel
going
like
to work.
music today still got some of the music still got substance.
I gotta do too much. Same way he said, first 10 seconds. First 10 seconds of the song, if I haven't heard any substance, I'm not locked in. I'm just like, I'm changing the station.
I got someone for you, Drake. That would be for someone you.
What about Kendrick?
And I like Kendrick. I like
And
Kendrick.
yep, Kendrick.
I do.
You know what? That's gonna be my third.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
He amazing.
Kendrick.
And he has
Kendrick or J.
You
Cole.
gotta be prepared to listen to Kendrick though. You
Yeah.
can't just pop
Him
Kendrick
and J. Cole.
and rock.
Both.
You gotta be both of them. But I'm good on Kendrick.
I mean, today I like Kodak.
You like Lil Pump.
I like Kodak. I like Trouble.
Okay.
I like Trouble. My third today, I probably had to take it back to the north side to go to Migos. I probably had to go back to the north side with the Migos.
I think the Migos right now is just changing.
Yeah.
Culture.
You have to acknowledge what they're doing.
And when they first came out, a lot of people, a lot of DJs, I'm pretty sure you know, you can attest to this too. A lot of DJs, a lot of people were like, we don't want to hear this. We do not want to hear this. Now, every single artist, every new artist, old artist, sounds like who?
But you know what though, and you know you know why it's like that, and not because I'm a DJ, but you have to respect it. Ray G put it down everybody's throat, and now look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the Migos are giving him the respect that he deserved, but that's the goal. He was playing. DJ Ray G was playing his music
too,
like.
Shout out to DJ Ray G. He was the Migos official DJ
Right.
when they first started though, just in reference to.
Yeah, he was playing their music like it was like 4 or 5 times in a night, back to back to back to back to back until it was
Not gonna
like
hear this.
we ain't got nothing else to listen to.
Yeah, nothing else to listen to.
Now look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's
And I don't think a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of customers really appreciate the fact of DJs and how they work, man, because it's a non-stop thing. We're always doing homework. We're always trying to find new hits for the club because for a while now, even I still feel like this. For a while, we've been playing the same things for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And no new artist for a while has really like come out and really pushed since the Migos. Other
The
than
way
Lil
they
Baby.
did it. The way they did it, though.
Other than that, like, and Lil Baby's with QC, so you know.
Yeah, it's a machine behind it.
Right,
All
exactly.
of
They
it.
yeah. Once you get with QC, it's a go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
they like
So-
a new
Cash Money.
like
new-
Bad Boy of the South type deal.
Yeah.
Kind
He's a
of.
Bad Boy of the
Yeah,
South.
you gotta
Slick,
do a
slick.
right now.
Kinda
man.
slick.
Before we check back in with Confident, I have one more question for y'all, real quick. Seeing that these new artists are getting all this money, as young as they are, you know, Migos getting, I don't know what they get for a show, but I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, like, whatever it is. And you got your Little Baby, you got your Little Pumps, you got all these new artists, and they getting all this amount of cash in a short period of time. Do you think that will mess with them in the long run if they're just out here to spend, or do you think that they got people on the team that's like, whoa, chill out. All you do is see.
I would hope that they learn from Lil Wayne. I think the stuff that his last ability, he's been around since I was a kid. I was listening to Lil Wayne. And to hear the struggles he went through financially and being squeezed when you were the biggest artist for so long, you would think that his financial capital would be at a certain point, and it's not. So I think it made everyone else go back and look at their books and say, where's my money going? Where's it coming from? How much of it can I control? You know, so, I mean, hopefully they wised up and they got the right people in place. I mean, if they're not, I hate to say it, I have no remorse for them if they don't. You know, you have to.
Technology's out there. It's so easy to reach a financial advisor or to seek some form of assistance or some, you know what I mean, to get you where you need to get to as far as helping with your management, the management of your money.
Yeah, and I also feel like certain artists coming into the game now, it's like they're not used. It's like we're used to getting money before like rap money, so we already know how to manage money before.
But that money though that you getting ain't that money.
But believe me, no. Believe me, a lot of artists coming out. Believe me, a lot of artists like Dolphin, like they've been getting money millions of dollars before rap money. So it's like we know how to manage the money before the rap money comes in.
That's way different though. That money.
I know it's different, but you learn from the
about going to
streets.
get from $1,000 a week to.
Oh no, they ain't getting 1,000.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about you going from getting $2,000 a week or whatever to going to doing a show and getting $80,000 to $90,000 to $100,000.
And even if you get $80,000 to $90,000 in the street, you know, you can't manage that money the way you can get legitimate money that comes in and piles in.
True.
You can't just go to the bank and say,
Yeah.
I magically made $100,000 this week.
Hey, sir, just sit right there. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Sit right there.
But anybody that's young, man, anybody that's young and under the age of 25, I would say is not ready to manage money without help. Unless you have serious teaching. Like when I first came upon money, I was 23, and man, I didn't know what to do. You know. So you got to be the damnest person in the room, man. You got to seek knowledge. You got to get with financial advisors who are going to teach you, and are going to tell you exactly. Because you got some financial advisors, man. Guys just give their money and walk off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people get taken advantage of. You just need people who will be willing to sit down with you and help you understand, you know, how to use your money.
But that feeds itself into it's kind of like an evolution of it, because you look at the Temptations back in the day, and they ended up being basically broke. Really, they didn't have the rights to their music. Now you have more artists.
Exactly.
They got the rights to their music. They got a clothing line. They have all this. They have more
They their own
beat.
beat.
Because
they had to learn. They had to learn. The internet phase, and then like you can see someone. You can see the pot's on the stove. You see what I'm saying? And then you touch it. I'm gonna walk by the pot. I'm gonna look like, oh, that thing's hot. Cause I know you. I just watch how you encounter with the pot. So now I know it's hot. So as the new artists are coming up, you got guys like MC Hammer. You see what I'm saying? In the past, that's the name one who have dealt with financial issues. You see what I'm saying? That bankruptcy and all that stuff. So why would you put yourself back in? And I think as a record label or as a manager, I think that's not necessarily their job because they're dealing with adults now, but you know that they may not be as knowledgeable as you are. You have the platform to teach these young men and women who are coming up in the industry saying, hey, listen, this is who I deal with. I strongly encourage you. You see, I'm like a little brother. Just come on, look. Let me show you.
But you know what? It goes down to capital. You know what I'm saying? And there's no capital for that. You know, and it's an old-fashioned rule that we all know. The game is to be sold. You know. So exactly. So people feel like, why would I waste my time telling you that? Even though I know it can benefit you, but how does it benefit me? You don't have enough people. You know, exactly. Like, if you go right there, you know, you're gonna get burned. You know, whether what you do it, but like, okay, I want to do it too.
And that's the sad thing about it.
Yeah. Okay. It's a selfish, a dog-eat-dog industry.
Okay. So like I said, man, I see we got a lot of different opinions, a lot of different areas up here today, but we also do have our special guest, Confident here, man. Let them plug them in, man. Let them know what you got going on.
My debut project just released last week, Wednesday. It's going up. It's called The Come Up Story. You can get it on iTunes, Spotify, like literally everywhere on the internet. And that's what I'm pushing right now, The Come Up Story. Oh, yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. Confident with a K and two I's. KONFIIDENT.
That's how we do it. That's how we rock it, man. You are live here on the G Code. I am Chizzzy. DJ, DC, take us out.
We on the road with his addicts. We rollin' around with his addicts. She poppin' out, she hypnotic. She on the road with his addicts. We on the road with his addicts. We rollin' around with his addicts. She poppin' out, she hypnotic. She on the road with his addicts. Name another nigga that could pop it for you. Name another nigga that be body for you. If you ain't acting right, I'm at the bagging for you. Car ain't got no keys, I push the starter for you.